Would you let us drive a Daihatsu, maybe?
Of course we would. I mean, obviously the Daihatsu product that we sell, it depends which model you choose to go out in. You know, the different models do different things.
Well, I guess in this economic climate, economy is the kind of buzzword, isn't it?
Well, economy's very important. Obviously, along with economy goes lower road tax, lower emissions, which is what people are now looking at. That's correct. But people still want a good ride and drive, of course.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you think we should go for an economy-based drive?
I think yes.
Okay, so what would you suggest would be the best?
Well, the economy car that we do that's really good is the Daihatsu Sirion, which is part of Toyota, so it's very, very similar to the Yaris. Very peppy, but of course very economical. £35 a year road tax.
Okay.
Let me get you some keys there, and you'll need some trade plates.
So it's a small car.
It is. Now, bear in mind, I know nothing about cars. I'm first drawn to the fact that it is a vibrant, well, I believe, coral pink colour.
Yes.
Which I don't know why. For some bizarre reason, it fits us absolutely perfectly. We've just locked ourselves in the car.
It's quite airy in here. I like the Speedo. It's like an old school American Speedo. It's half an oval with it sweeping around, but it's nice and big.
And the irony is, of course, you also like Speedos.
Which is odd, isn't it?
I'm trying to think of anything remotely kind of pertinent to say at this point. No cup holders. You'll find
Look at these.
Oh, good Lord, yes. Sorry.
Window wipers, back window wipers, front window wipers. It's got window wipers.
We can confirm the window wiping facilities.
It's got cubby holes. It's quite plasticky. And this car is £7,000. If you want to buy this car, it's just a tad under £7,000. Let's give it a go. Let's go forward.
And we're off.
And so far, it feels quite precise.
Do you think it's capable of doing that thing where you can swing it up onto two wheels?
Oh, we can give it a go. I don't think we'll ever be test driving another vehicle ever again. The one negative, I don't want to be negative because that's not the point of this.
You are a very positive person.
The gear change is a little bit sloppy. But the engine feels nice. It's quite a revvy little unit. I'm getting into this.
You are. As a passenger, I feel safe, secure.
That's all you can hope for when I'm driving.
I suppose so, yeah, that's the best I can expect.
We are steaming up in here. We do need some form of ventilation going on. We're coming to the end of the test drive. We haven't gone for too far.
We're in Bristol at the moment.
It does everything that a car should do.
Guess you've made a B. Maybe not quite as good at handling as European cars, but you were very happy with the handling of this car.
For what it is. I mean, you've got expectations, haven't you? Okay, so we're here at Donald's Garage in Ipswich with Jason. One question for Jason straight off the bat. Jason, can we test drive a car?
Of course you can.
What car are you going to let us go out in?
The car you're going to be driving is a Volvo C30, which is part of their coupe range.
Okay.
The one that you will be driving, a particular model, is an SE Sport R design, and it'll be a 2-litre diesel. It's a nice, comfortable, solid drive, but it still incorporates all the safety aspects which Volvo have built their heritage on, really. The C30 R design range starts at 14,995 on the road.
And how much is the one we're going to test drive? How much would that one be?
The one you're going to drive, with all the options and the extras that it's got, the on-the-road price is just over £21,000.
Okay, well, let's give this a go then.
Looking forward to it.
Right, if you hop in.
Oh, this is snug.
It is, I like this.
Again, lever here on the front. We'll adjust the pitch of the seating squad. Make sure you take plenty of time to get your seating position right.
Okay.
I find it's one of the biggest reasons people don't buy cars is because they can't get comfortable in them.
That simple.
And on test drives, a lot of people tend not to take the time because they feel pressured to get themselves right. If we pop the key into the ignition...
The keys are moving away from the traditional place. Is that a safety thing to stop your knees getting...
Exactly that. It's
right.
to prevent leg damage in the event of impact. Your heated seats are on.
Ooh, very nice.
Take the car for a drive. Use the route we've described to you because it'll
Sure.
give you an opportunity to get a feel for the car in different conditions.
Okay.
And I'm sure you'll love it.
Right.
I'm liking the heated seat. Okay, so here we go. Nice brushed metal finish here on this the radio and the gear lever. How's it feeling?
Well, it's a very light clutch, as I say, and that affects the car. It's nice. I'm sure I could get used to it, but for me, that's unusual.
Okay.
I've got 6 gears, Tolbert.
Is that good?
Well, I don't know. I've never had 6 gears before. It feels so empowering. And I don't know what... There's a digit
On the rear view mirror?
on the rear view. I have no... It says 5. I don't know what that relates to. I think it's a Compass. Must be a Compass.
We've had SWSE,
Yeah.
depending on where we've been turning time.
This is in the rear view mirror, contained within the rear view mirror.
And very effective heating.
28 degrees we had it set at.
Balmy.
Okay, we're just coming down the old, what used to be the old A12. So the Daihatsu was 7 grand, just a tad under. This is 21 grand.
That's the point I was going to make. Sitting in the Daihatsu, I would feel comfortable and I wouldn't be stressed about money necessarily. Sat in here, got to be honest, more comfortable. The financial stress would be through the roof.
If you've got the money, it's a perfectly acceptable. Again, it's a good car.
It's a very
All
good.
cars are good. I think that's the problem we're going to face. All cars are fundamentally good now. Cup holders. Right then.
Chap?
It's just the clutch, my very light clutch, which I'm not used to, which would adjust to eventually.
Yeah, of course. It's always very difficult. We're always comparing back to our current car when we're driving a new car.
Yeah.
And the thing is, we spend so much time in our cars nowadays, we tend to drive them on autopilot because we get that familiar with them. And anything different feels a little bit awkward at first.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much, Jason. It's
You're
brilliant.
very welcome.
Much appreciated.
Nice to meet you. Take care.
Would you let us test drive a Jaguar? You can say no. Of course you can say no. That's always open to you.
We'll send you out with one of our specialists for a brief introduction to a Jaguar.
Okay, so you're John,
I am.
and you're going to show us this Jaguar XF.
Yes.
So start-up sequence.
Foot on the brake, press and hold. Up comes the gear selector, and the vents have opened up. Totally unnecessary, but very nice.
This is great. We've got a view screen in front of us here.
That's right, all touch screen, audio, climate, telephone, navigation and vehicle settings. You can do various settings on these things. All straightforward, a 3-year-old child could do it.
Simon couldn't.
No, you're right. I probably could, but it looks yeah.
And to go
Beautiful
back, you just press the home button. It's very user friendly. Twiddle the gear selector round into D for drive, and foot off the brake, check the mirrors, and away we go.
You can feel the power.
Whoa!
Sorry, get carried away.
So as a passenger, Simon, how are you feeling?
Oh, it's brilliant. It's got plenty of leg room. It's very comfortable. There's a nice. What is this sort of walnutty finish thing here? What's behind that? There you go.
Oh, well, look, we've got some sweeties.
Cup holder, cup stroke confectionery holder there.
Do you want a sweet, Simon?
Don't tell George.
Well, thank you very much. Might have a complimentary Jaguar.
You join us here on BBC Radio Suffolk as we're in snack time.
It's even quality sweet. It's a gear thing there. The little dial. In fact, you press a button rather than use the key. It's all these little things. You know what I'm like. I love the past, but I'm excited about the future. It is a very aspirational car, isn't it? And I suppose you must also get a lot of brand of loyalty once you've driven one.
I'm brand loyal. I bought my first Jaguar in 1979 and I've had many since. My relationship with, it was HRO in those days, started. They found me wandering around the car park in a thoroughly dishevelled state, but with a pocket full of money, and they took me in and they did what I wanted them to do. They sold me a car.
Great start to your relationship with Jaguar.
Was. And then one day a lady backed into it and made a mess of the bumper. I went to get a price to have it put right, and I overheard a conversation that they were short of a collection and delivery driver, and nobody suitable enough had turned up. I think they should have said daft enough, but anyway. And I applied for the job and I was given it. I've been there ever since, and very happy too. I don't look upon what I do as a job, more of a privilege. I go to people's houses who he might have spent 70, 80,000 pounds on a car. No questions asked. I'm handed the keys.
I think just from seeing how you've been driving today, I can tell you enjoy it.
I was taught to drive properly many years ago. Something I've never forgotten.
I'm looking forward to the shutdown procedure, because presumably the vents are going to spin round and.
Yeah, that's right, and things disappear. Including one more sweet. The shutdown procedure, all you do, foot on the brake, press and hold the stop-start button for just a second, and things go back to sleep.
Thank you very much, John. It's been brilliant.
Cheers, John.
Absolute pleasure.
So, what did you think? What's the best vehicle
Personally,
from a passenger point of
from
view?
a passenger point of view, it's a weird one. I'd go for. I found the safety features of the Volvo reassuring, and the heated seats gave me a warm glow that continues even now. From a passenger point of view, I'd go for the Volvo.
Okay, from my point of view, I didn't get to drive the Jag, but nice car, love the tricks, can't afford it. That's my criteria, can't afford it. Volvo, can't afford it. Daihatsu wins.
And of course, you like the coral pink.